Over the past few years, the ant keeping hobby has exploded in popularity here in the United States. I'm proud to say that my Antics Ant Shop is here to help you for just that reason. We have a bunch of beginner-friendly species that would be perfect for beginning your ant-keeping adventure, and a load of YouTube videos to teach you the ropes and turn you into a pro ant keeper along the way. Not only do we have queens and ant colonies here, we also have long-term ant farms with formicariums that you can grow your colonies in for years to come. We have a long list of great species, from beginner-friendly to mid-level, all the way to endgame, depending on where you are in your ant-keeping experience and how long you've kept ants successfully. When starting ant keeping for the very first time with a queen, there's one species that comes to mind above all others, and that is the jet black carpenter ants, otherwise known as Camponotus pennsylvanicus. This species is very beginner friendly and known to be a lot hardier than many other species that we might have here in the United States. We have two sizes available currently. One of our smaller sizes is 5 to 10 workers, and they'll be growing into test tube until about 20 workers. Our larger colonies are about 10 to 20 workers, and they're right around the corner, if not already ready, to move into one of our magnificent My Antics Vortex starter kits, which is a perfect long-term home for your ants. Another amazing species to start out with would be the Lasius branches in general. Here we have a Lasius brevicornis, but Lasius niger, Lasius neoniger, Lasius americanus, and others closely related are also a good option for starting the ant-keeping hobby. This species is great for beginners, though a lot smaller than the Camponotus. The perks to this species, however, is you can have multi-queen colonies, like this 4-queen colony seen before you. As mentioned, these girls are going to be a lot smaller, but in turn, the egg to worker speed is a lot quicker, and more workers will hatch over the same time span. Regardless of the size difference, seeing how quickly the egg to worker speed is and how many workers they have here, it is another solid option for new ant keepers to jump into the hobby. And, like the Camponotus pennsylvanicus, or black carpenter ants, we also have these in stock as well, in 4-queen or 1-queen colonies. One last thing that does come to mind about these girls is they will go great with the My Antics 4-pack of colored honey. This will give them colors like red, blue, purple, yellow, pink, orange. And because these girls are semi-transparent due to their yellow coloring, this color really does pop and shine in the light. Of course, changing your colony's color is just one of the many perks that Lasius brevicornis have, though don't be fooled. You can give My Antics colored honey to just about any of your colonies, and it will add a dazzling color to just about any of them, whether they be this beautiful yellow or jet black like the Camponotus pennsylvanicus. Now that you've seen some of the starter species that we would recommend to new ant keepers, I would also like to mention that every order of ants comes with a little goodie bag just for you to help you get started or help you along your way to being an ant keeping pro. What comes in the free goodie bag is a vial of honey to hold you over, a free barbecue skewer for poking around the test tube. It does come with a test tube itself with an anti-roll test tube holder so your test tube and the ants aren't rolling all over the table. And last but not least, a mini care guide that covers the very basics of ant keeping that should help if you're in a pinch. Now, of course, there are other items I would recommend as well. One would be our 10 packs of the longer test tubes with the anti-roll test tube holders. Having a 10 pack of these test tube holders definitely comes in handy, along with the test tubes themselves. Other items that I would not go a day without are My Antics poker sticks. These are going to allow you to get deep into that test tube, poke the water cut and poke around, and also help you drag stuff out of it. Last but not least, colonies will be growing inside of a test tube for 15 to 20 workers for larger species and around 30 to 60 workers for smaller species, like the yellow ants we just saw. Either way, make sure that you don't move them into a nest too early, but when it is time, the Antics Vortex Starter Kit is the only nest we trust and have proven success with time and time again. This nest will last you for the first 2 to 3 years of your colony's life and has got nothing but great feedback from the Antics community. This comes with a large acrylic outworld, 2 tubes for a dual round robin effect that connect to the nest and to the outworld, giving your ants not 1, but 2 tunnels to go back and forth to and from the feeding box. Last but not least, the nest is designed for long-term growth with moisture, humidity, and a built-in heat cord port that you can slide in a Antics heat cord into to boost your colony's growth. It also comes with an acrylic viewing circle that allows you to view your ants inside of the nest without them escaping, and of course, most importantly, a blackout lid that keeps the nest dark when you're not looking at them. Well, that wraps up this video. I hope that helped explain where to buy your queen ants and ant colonies here in the USA, and I wish you all a wonderful night and happy ant keeping to you all at home.